Next one, fisheries. Here, fisheries are nothing but as a capturing, processing, and selling of fishes. This comes under the fisheries. Generally, what process we are doing into the fisheries means. So, what we are discussing means capturing or culturing, processing, and the selling process. So, these three are we are considered as a fishery industry here. So, generally, the fisheries means not only the fishes, even though aquatic animals, other aquatic animals like that as a lobsters, oysters, crabs, prawns, etc. So these are also we are cultivating or we are capturing. These are also discussing under the fisheries only. So whether we are taking into the fisheries after the dairy farm industry, animal husbandry, the most importance is given for the fisheries only, fishery industries only. Why this means the fishery industry related products, that means the meat or the other products, so which are need for the satisfying of the our food needs of the country we are taking. So that only the the development of the fisheries are, so most importance is given by the and our government we are taking. So generally the fisheries we are taking means there are the two forms of the fisheries based on into the sources we are taking means one is the capture fisheries and other one is the culture fisheries here. So first one is the capture fisheries. So what is meant by the capture fisheries means here the source of fisheries is the natural water bodies. Natural water bodies. For example, lake, ponds, rivers, seas, etc. All these are comes under the capture fishes. From these resources, we are capturing into the fishes. We are getting the fishes from the, so these resources by a capturing process here. So this type of the fisheries is called as a capture fisheries. Again, the capture fisheries we are taking means based on into the water resources. Again, fresh water fisheries and marine or the brackish water. So brackish water fisheries. These are the two forms of the fisheries we can be discussed here. So freshwater fishes, that means they are comes under the river, ponds, lakes. These are all comes under the freshwater fisheries. So for example, brackish are the marine water fishes. Sea. So the seas and the mangrove places, these are comes under the brackish and the marine water fisheries. So based on into the resources, the capture fisheries, a different varieties of fishes are available in the freshwater and the brackish. For example, labio, catla, okay, sirhanus. So these are comes under the freshwater fisheries. So dumbfish, tigerfish, these are comes under the marine water fisheries here. In the case of the capture fisheries we are taking. The second one is the culture fisheries. What is meant by the culture fisheries means, suppose the fishes we are getting by a man-made resources. That means we are cultivating the fishes in the artificially. So we are not getting from the natural sources here. We are artificially culturing so these fishes and we are getting the products from that. So that type of the fisheries is called as a culture fisheries here. Again, the culture fisheries also differentiate into the two categories. They are the freshwater fisheries and marine water fisheries here. So freshwater fisheries, for example, you can take Katla, Labio, Sihanes, Valago, etc. These are all comes under the freshwater culture fisheries here. Okay, freshwater culture fish. So for example, the marine water culture fisheries we are taking Sardella, Pomfret, Grey fishes, Hilsa. So these are all comes under the marine fisheries we are taking. So like this, based on the resources, we are cultivating into the different types of the different breeds of the fishes. For example, freshwater, Katla, Labiarohu, Sihanes Mugala, Valagatu, these are all comes under the freshwater culture fisheries. Marine water culture fisheries we are taking Sardella, Pomfret, Grey fishes, so Hilsa, so Bombay Pomfret, all these are comes under the marine water fishes. So not only these, some of the exotic so breeds also we are cultivating, culturing. They are the silver cow, grass cow, milk, corn, so etc. These are all China varieties of the fishes we are taking. So these are comes under the exotic breeds here. So like this, we are taking based on the resources or based on the culture, their development, the fisheries in capture fisheries and the culture fisheries. These two varieties of the fisheries are there. Again, the capture fisheries we are taking means based on the water sources, freshwater fisheries, marine water, and inland fisheries and inshore fisheries. Like that also we can be differentiate into the capture fisheries we are taking. So inland fisheries. Suppose we are taking into the inland fisheries means so those who are capturing the natural resources, they are called the inland fisheries here. So inshore means that is inshore and the outshore. Inshore fisheries we are taking means near to that of the bank of the so seas we are capturing means they are called as inshore fisheries. Offshore fisheries are the open water fisheries we are taking means so within the longer distance from the so bank of the seas we are taking means there is a open water fisheries or the offshore fisheries. So like this the fisheries based on the capturing and the culturing, the capture fisheries and the culturing, two types of the fisheries are there. Then the third form of the fisheries is called the composite fisheries here. Composite fisheries. Another one is the composite fisheries here. So what is mean by the composite fisheries means 2 to 3 varieties of or the so species of fishes we are taking means they are cultivating. Actually, the composite fishery is the form of the culture fisheries only. Generally, the culture fisheries any one variety of the fishes we are cultivating and we are getting into the products we are. But in the composite fishery, it is a modern technology to producing into that to effectively use into the feed and rising into the productivity of the culture fisheries. That is a composite fisheries here. So in this composite fisheries, what we are doing, 2 to 3 varieties of the fishes we are cultivating within the one pond only. The type of the fisheries is called as a composite fisheries or the mixed fisheries here, mixed culture here. So what is the advantages of the composite fisheries means? For example, these varieties of the fisheries, culture fisheries we are taking means some varieties are they are surviving on the top layers of the ponds or the culture ponds we are taking means some varieties they are living into the middle of the culture ponds we are taking. Some varieties they are surviving into the bottom of the culture ponds we are taking. So in this case, what it is happened? Suppose only the one variety of the fish or the only one variety of the fisheries culture fisheries we are doing. So that time whatever it is the food we are giving, whatever it is the food we are providing, so that is wasting into the remaining other sources we are doing. For example, the fishes are belongs to the only the upper region. So that time what it is happened, whatever it is the food we are provided, that food which is distributed into the middle of the pond and the bottom of the pond, they are not utilized into the properly. So that means the cost is increases here. So to effectively using into the feed into the all the regions, we are using into the composite fishery. That time here in this region, whatever it is the fishes are there, they are using into this feed. In this region, they are using into this feed, and in this region, the remaining other types are using into the food is effectively used. The feed is effectively using into the fishes into the different varieties we are taking. So that only composite fisheries are. So this is another form of the modern culture fisheries, that is called a composite fishery. These are the three types of the fisheries generally based on the resources and the culturing methods we are differentiating. Then why we are studying about into the fisheries and what is the advantage of the fishes and the fisheries means that the different products are we are getting from the fisheries we are taking means how the fisheries are most important means the major food sources proteins are getting, that is the marine foods we are getting means mostly the marine food we are getting from the fisheries only. So either we are taking the capture fisheries, most of the marine foods we are getting from the fishes only, fisheries only. So it is having into the most of the proteinous so components are getting from the fishes only. So even though we are taking some of the minerals and omega 3 fatty acids we are getting from the fishes only. Omega 3 fatty acids were, and some of the fishes like that as a catfish, codfish, liver oils. Generally this is called as a fish oil. So fish oils also we are getting from the fisheries, fish liver oil or the fish oil. So it is having into a medicinal use into the, it is having the importance into the medicinal use. Fish oil, fish liver oil we are taking. Like that is the omega 3 fatty acids we are taking means in the case of the heart patients, heart patient drugs we are preparing by the omega 3. These are reducing into the cholesterol we are taking. So like this, the fishes are having into the more the number of the minerals and the omega 3 fatty acids, and some of the fishes like that as a catfishes, codfishes we are taking their liver too we are getting into the fish oil here. And the fish meat is having the highly protein without having into the lipid molecule or the cholesterol here. So that only it is preferable for the, so most important it is preferable to the all the types of the persons. In that we are taking cardiac patients also preferable by the, in this meat we are taking. And not only that, isinglass, fish, tuna and sardine, so these are the other products of fisheries here. What are those? Fish glue, etc. We are taking this. So for example, isinglass here. The isinglass is nothing but as a shark and ray fishes. So the shark and the ray fishes. The skin of the shark and the ray fishes we are using for the filtration of or purification of wine. So in the wine industry we are using into the skin of the shark and the ray fishes for the purification of the wine. So it is also a fishery product only, fish product only. And the fish guana. So it is nothing but as a waste material of fishes. Suppose the dead fishes or the waste of the fishes we are utilizing into the fertilizer industry. So the fish guana is the raw material for the fertilizer industry we are taking. And not only that, the poultry farms, the poultry feed also we are giving into the wastages of the fishes only, fishery industry only. And the sharking we are taking means it is also a fishery product. Sharking. In leather industry, to polish leather, actually the shark, the ray fishes, their skin we are taking into the dry skin we are taking as the polishing industry, the polishing of the leather here. Leather industry we are using into the shark green here. It is also fish product. And the fish glue, so it is a gelatinous or the sticky material we are using into the different places here. So these are the different types of the economical important products we are getting from the fishes and the fisheries only. So that only the culturing of the fishes is having into the most importance after the dairy farm industry and the poultry industry we are taking. Their related products we are taking. Then the fisheries are mostly affecting by the different types of the disease causing pathogens. They are the bacteria, virus, fungus, protozoans and external parasites. Those are affecting into the fish products we are taking. So example we are taking bacterial diseases we are taking. The bacterial diseases, first one is the abdominal dropsy. That means abdominal dropsy and funicularis here. So what is mean by the abdominal dropsy means here epithelium of epithelium of gills is necrosis occurs. Gill laminas are going to attaches. Okay, they are going to sticky. Why? The epithelium of the gill chambers we are taking, sir, it is undergoes into the necrosis by this funicularis we are taking, by this funicularis. Abdominal dropsy, that means here the stomach or the abdominal region of the fishes are going to degraded here, infected here, that is called as the abdominal dropsy. So these two are infected by the bacteria. Like that is a viral. Hemorrhagic septicemia is caused by the viruses here. And the protozoan, like that is a Costia, Myxobolus and Trypanosoma is causing into the some of the protozoan diseases into the fisheries we are. And the fungal we are taking, sir, gill rot disease. Okay, gill rot disease. Bronchomycetes we call. So the gill rot, that is nothing but as a gill rot disease is nothing but as a the inflammation into the gill sphere. It is generally into the fin rot disease, and this is into the gill rot disease we call. And the worms, flatworm, tapeworm, roundworms, these are causing into the internal parasites. These are acting as internal parasite and causing into the diseases into the fishes we are taking. And the common ectoparasites we are taking, fish lice and the fish leeches are causing into the major effect on the fishery industry and their production we are taking. So like these fishes are infected by the different types of the pathogens. When those pathogens are infected, the productivity of the fishes are going to decreases. So this is regarding to the fishes and the important products of the fishes we are taking. So next one is sericulture. Sericulture here. So what is mean by the sericulture means the rearing of silkworms is called as the sericulture. The rearing of the silkworm. Here throughout the world we are taking means China, and after that the India is having into the importance into the silk production. Silk production here. Actually, Bombax mori we are taking. This is the insect we are using into the silk production. In this silkworm, generally called as a silkworm, they are growing on the mulberry leaves. They are feeding the mulberry leaves and they are growing and producing into the silk here. How it is means the Bombax mori insects, okay, they are laying the eggs on the bottom of the mulberry leaves. After that, these fertilized eggs are going to produce. They are developing as a caterpillars. These are forming as a caterpillars. So these caterpillars is, for example, this is the caterpillar. Take means the caterpillar. The salivary glands of the caterpillar is becomes modified as a silk glands. So in this, after the growing of the caterpillar, to undergoes into the metamorphosis, these salivary glands are secreting into the fibrous sticky secretions are producing around their body. At this time, the structure is called as a cocoon here. This is called as a cocoon. And this structure is called as a cocoon. Cocoon is forming. So how the cocoon is forming means by a secretion of the modified salivary glands or the silk glands only. What is the composition of the silk we are taking means silk is forming by the two types of the component. They are the water insoluble protein and water insoluble fiber here. These are the two components of the silk we are taking. So water insoluble protein. What is the protein means? Serine. So the water insoluble protein which is presented into the silk is called as a serine here. Generally it is having into the 25% the component of the silk we are taking. And the fiber part we are taking the 75% of the silk is forming by the water insoluble fibrine or the fiber only. So these two are the components of the silk we are taking. So like this, the silk is secreted from the modified glands of the caterpillar here. Suppose we are not real out into the silk from the cocoons. We are not harvested into the silk from the cocoons means the caterpillar is undergoes into the metamorphosis. It is undergoes into the metamorphosis during the cocoon stage and finally releases into the cocoonase. It releases into the cocoonase and by this cocoonase the cocoon is breakdowns and it forms into the moth is forming. The fly is forming here. Insect fly is forming here. So this is into the finally suppose we are not reel out into the cocoons here. Generally what we are doing in the harvesting of the silk means at the cocoon stage these cocoons are processing here. So processing means these are keeping into the warm water for the half an hour of the duration. After that, so whatever it is the protein, the insoluble protein between into the fibers are presented, it becomes as a loosen and we can easily reel out into the cocoon and the longer thread like silk fiber we are getting here. So this silk we are using into a different purpose. So this is related to the sericulture. And then the sericulture, that means the silkworms are generally causing by the disease is called as a pibrin disease. These are infected by the Nosema mori. So the pathogen is called as a Nosema mori. So this Nosema mori is causing the pibrin disease. The same way the Nosema apis is causing the pibrin disease into the honeybees we are taking. There also pibrin disease is forming. Here also the pibrin disease is forming. So both are in the insect forms only. The pibrin disease is mostly affecting into the productivity of the silk in the sericulture we are taking. So generally this is regarding to the sericulture. Next one, the lag culture here. The next economically important product we are taking is lag culture. Lacifer or lag insect. These are producing from the lacifer or the lag insect here. Whether we are taking the India, the worldwide 75% of the lag is producing from the India only. Okay, 75% of the lag is producing by the India only. So in this lacifer or the lag insects we are taking means different varieties of the trees like that as a mango trees, bubble trees. Okay, so like this the longer and the larger trees and their trunk. So these insects they are forming they are secreting into the lag. Lag is nothing but as a Here a gelatinous secretion around these insects here. Around these insects. So that is called as the lac. Generally, the insects when it is into the larval stage, nympha larva, we are taking, okay, at the larval stages, the nympha larva stage we are taking, that time it secretes into the lac around their body. So the lac is nothing but as a gelatinous or the glue-like substance which is secreting in the around the body here. So mostly these insects they are staying into a larger plant like that is a mango, bubble, okay, and the salmon. So like this, a bigger plant they are storing here. And what is the use of, what is the economical importance of the lac means? Lac we are using into the printing industry, paint industry, cosmetic industry, polishing industry, and etc. we are taking means these are the different applications of the lac where we are using printing, paints, cosmetics, polishing, and some of them creams, etc. Some industries we are using into the lac here. So it is also having into the economically importance. So that only we are also cultivating into the lac, and the lac insects, laccifer of the lacs are we are cultivating. So this is regarding to the economically important and the nutritionally important food products. Their productivity to rising, we are cultivating into the different biological methods or the scientific methods we are following and improving into their products we are taking. This is regarding to the strategies of the food enhancement.